Well, Sean Lennon with Pro Wrestling Enforcer podcast. Right now, we're welcoming our next guest all the way from Prince Edward Island, Canada, Justin Summers. He is the promoter of Island Pro Wrestling based out of Prince Edward Island in Canada. The promotion was brought back to life thanks to Justin and his partner and co-owner. And their next event, Game-On, is happening June 7th. Make sure to check it out. There's going to be the first ever women's matches in the promotion's history. There's a heavyweight championship tournament, and you can catch it streaming live on Twitch as
Yeah.
well. So we appreciate you being on, Justin.
Hey,
And
Sean, I appreciate you having me, buddy. That's awesome, man.
definitely. And, independent wrestling is really big right now. So explain how excited you are for your upcoming event and what the fans can expect from
Oh,
Island Pro
dude,
Wrestling.
you hit the nail on the head with that one too. We're living in the revival of wrestling right now. With all the main promotions moving things onto Netflix and making things more steadily accessible, and the storylines. We're living in a revived age of wrestling right now. So we couldn't be any more excited to have purchased the company when we did. We bought the company back in January. Me and my best friend Chris Frizzle. Shout out to Chris Frizzle. Uh, I knew the previous owner, and he wanted to make a life change and put it up for sale. So I called Chris and I was like, "Hey, man, you want to buy a wrestling company?" And he was just like, "Hell yeah, brother, let's do it." So um, we bought it, and then we shopped out some of the ownership and built a board of directors. So we have 7 of us now on the board of directors, which is awesome, and I have to say that genuinely because I'm a very busy man, and to have a committee to support doing Island Pro Wrestling and doing it right, with proper production and building some storylines and stuff like that. It's really been a blessing having a solid team behind us.
Definitely. And how familiar were you with Island Pro Wrestling before you decided to purchase the company? Were you um were you a regular at the show?
So the last couple shows I was a regular.
Okay.
Um, I had gotten to know the previous owner through sponsorship, actually, through my construction company, Jat Drywall and Painting. Um, he had approached us about sponsoring the Carlito shows. He had booked Carlito up here and was looking for some sponsors, so I kind of got behind that and went out to the shows and had a great time. The
Nice.
previous owner was really good for bringing in some names and stuff too. Like he had Carlito, um, Eric Rowan, Redbeard, Fandango, Chris Masters, JTG. Like they've all performed here in Prince Edward Island, and they all loved performing here because we got such a great fan base of wrestling fans here in PEI. So, everything just kind of lined up. There was a revival of wrestling. There was an opportunity to purchase. There was good names coming through, and we kind of took that foundation and now we're starting to frame on top of it and build it to something bigger.
Yeah, I see that, and I see that you definitely have a good structure, a game plan, moving forward. With Island Pro Wrestling, like how is the pro wrestling scene in Prince Edward compared to like other regions in Canada? Like how would you compare it to other places?
Well, we're in Prince Edward Island, and up here in Canada, that's the smallest province in all of Canada. Our population is only about 189,000 people here. So it's not a huge metropolis of people, but the people that are coming to the events are passionate. I was so happy we put up those barricade gates at our last event because there was people hanging off them and giving it to the heels and
Oh wow!
oh yeah, man, the fans in Prince Edward Island really get behind their wrestling. They love it.
So you feel like you guys are going to draw a lot of people for the next event?
Oh yeah, we've already superseded our sales from our previous events. We're definitely putting more butts in seats this time round. And on our first event, we also did we streamed it on Twitch.
Mhm.
That was more of like a proof of concept to make sure that we could get through a whole event without the Twitch crashing. So
Okay.
proof of concept check, it worked. So we're gonna do that this time around. At our first event, we had about 1,200 people view the product. So this time, looking to see that grow with an expanded community on Twitch and online. We're gonna stream it on our Facebook Live, on our YouTube Live, all sorts of stuff. So if you haven't already, I'm going to take this moment to give that shameless self promotion, but go and follow all of our social media accounts at Island Pro Wrestling.
For sure. Definitely. And how has the reception been for Island Pro Wrestling so far? The fans, are they really engaged? How are they engaged? Are they with the product? Are you getting messages from them constantly and questions?
Yeah, constantly. Like, whenever we bought the company, we knew we were buying a existing fan base as well. So I made sure to make a promise to those fans that we would do right by them as well because they were the backbone of Island Pro Wrestling. So we want to make sure to continue to appease the old fans while still adding in some new criteria and gaining some new fans as well. Um, the we're kind of making a division line of classic IPW era and new era of Island Pro Wrestling. So we're adding in a couple different flavors that weren't in the classic era. But so far, the reception has been great, and people keep asking for more. So,
That's awesome. And I want to ask you, like, ideally, how many shows would you like to run every year?
we committed to doing 4 shows in our first year. We wanted to get 1 show per quarter, fiscal quarter. Um, but now we're already planning into 2026. We're increasing the show frequency. We're expanding our reach to talent coming in. We're flying people in from all over the world to participate in our events now. So it's it's super exciting. Like I can't I'm pretty genuine when I say that. Like it's an exciting time in wrestling, and I'm so happy to be riding the wave with it.
For sure. And you come from like extensive like business background, right?
Yeah, I have a few businesses that I own. I got a few kids, and yeah, I'm a busy man. But it's we all agreed with our board of directors. It's fun first. We're doing this for fun. We're doing this for passion. We're doing it for the fans. Those are the people buying tickets. Those are the people supporting us. Those are the people that we want to see return again and again and again and be happy with the product. So we're not shying away from putting some production behind these superstars that are coming. Um, I'm doing my damnedest to go out and find some of this great up and coming talent and bring them into our promotion and make sure that they're really getting that proper pop.
Yes, for sure. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And when you look at where you're located, the bigger shows like the WWE and AEW, are they kind of a far distance?
Uh, they've come to Halifax, which would be
Okay.
about 4 hours away from us. Montreal is on their circuit as well. They've been to Moncton. So, I mean, really, for us to go and catch a bigger event like that, it's typically Montreal or Quebec or something like that. It's
Okay.
about 12 hour drive.
Yeah. So Island Pro Wrestling is perfect for people that want to stay
Yeah,
local.
100%. And like that was one thing that really surprised me at our first event was how many people actually traveled. Like we had people travel over 8 hours to come
Wow.
and see the event. And like they came in the door, they told me I made a staple point to make sure to work the door on our first event so I could personally greet everybody who was taking the risk on us, right?
Sure.
And like when I met those people that traveled that far, I was just like blown away. I was like, thank you guys so much for the support. Like these complete strangers are believing in us, and I can't wait. I won't let them down for sure.
Yeah. And then how has pro wrestling had changed your life personally since you've gotten involved in the business?
So my son is 9 years old, and he's at that age where we can sit down and watch wrestling, and it's still cool to do that with dad.
Mhm.
So I think that's really fun. That's become more of a staple in our personal lives. Is like that's our little bonding time as we sit down and watch Raw or uh, WrestleMania just passed about a month or so, maybe 2 months now. Like that was a great time. We all gathered in the living room, put on the event, and just buckled down and had a great time.
Definitely. And the matches we have for June 7th, can you talk about them? You have this heavyweight
Oh.
championship tournament, and you have a lot of wrestlers involved. There's a lot of wrestlers on your roster for this upcoming show. I've noticed that as well.
It's crazy. So we have 8 matches in total for the event, but this is round one of the heavyweight tournament. So we wanted to make sure that we weren't moving too quickly or forcing anything too quickly, and put the proper time and effort into crowning a heavyweight champion for IPW. So we
Right.
made sure to set it up so that it was a two-part series. So this is round one, and we got some international stars coming. We got Alex Silva. He was a original TNA and Ring of Honor guy.
Okay.
He was just traveling around over in Germany, wrestling for the German Wrestling Federation over there. We have August Artois coming out of Florida. He's been all over the place now too, but this is going to be his Canadian debut, which is pretty cool. We kind of get to put that feather in our hat that we're debuting August Artois up here in Canada. Um,
Nice.
then we got people like Giant Orion. If you have not typed his name into YouTube and put the word chokeslam behind it, I highly recommend you do that. That
Okay.
will uh, that will certainly not disappoint you. But I mean, like so many things. Like we're really trying to build storylines around here too. So we have a couple carryover grudge matches from the first event that we did. A prime example would be Ricky Mortis and Logan Green.
Hmm.
That's a bad blood match. Um, Also, I know you're an MMA fan as well. Giant Orion actually is one of only 5 people in the world to knock out Dan Severn.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that's also available on YouTube. So Orion came from a MMA background, so there's a lot of history there too. But I
And
mean,
what? Oh,
I could
wow.
talk about the card all night, man, because like even our board of directors was talking. It's like, okay, well, which is going to be the match of the night, and nobody can decide because there's just so many potential great matches.
Right. And do you have any kind of like stipulations to these matches? Like any out of the ordinary, or just straight up singles matches?
So right now for the tournament, we're doing straight up singles matches. We figured that was the most fair way to iron this out and and crown a champion. Um, in the future, IPW does plan on doing some stipulation matches, which would be pretty cool. Even at our first event, the old steel chair, it reared its head at the
Right.
show and came flying out. So that was pretty neat. But I mean, we don't shy away from the tables, ladders, chairs, or anything like that. It's good to have that group mentality of the board of directors because some guys want to push for the death matches, some
Right.
guys want to push for the old school classic matches. So we find this like really weird melding pot of like ideas and kind of come out somewhere in the middle of like using a combination of everybody's ideas.
That's solid. And how do you feel like this show will set the tone for the rest of the year? And you're
Oh,
introducing women's matches too. So
Oh
how is that?
yes. So in the classic era of IPW, they had a few women's matches, but we're kind of trying to rejuvenate that division. I would love to eventually have a women's title championship here.
Mhm.
Um, there's not that many of them in Canada, so it would be really cool to attract more women to come to IPW and showcase their skills here on our stage.
Definitely. And how do you feel like these wrestlers will capture the audience attention? Like how
Oh,
they will captivate them?
oh man, just like if if anybody reviews the footage from our first event, that was just the starting point.
Hmm.
So it's only going to get better with every show. We're going to get more familiar. We're going to get more talent. The talent is building storylines. That's one thing we really want to see come back into wrestling is carrying a storyline. I find a lot of promotions nowadays will just book the match,
Right.
and the wrestlers have a great match, but there's no real continuous storyline happening to keep the fans engaged in like
Yes.
anticipating the next show.
Hmm. For sure. And it seems like you have like a loaded lineup. So like if anybody comes to this show, there'll be something for everyone, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, like everybody of all different walks of life as wrestling fans could come in there and leave knowing that they seen something that was going to satisfy their taste.
For sure. And you're also teaming up with the PEI Humane Society. Can you talk
Yeah,
about that
that
as well?
it's been a really cool partnership that we've been doing with them. They've been fantastic to work with. Fortunately, there's not a pile of animals to adopt right now, but there's still some. So we want to raise awareness and raise some funds for helping the PEI Humane Society find homes for every animal that needs a loving home. So it was really cool to see how the board of directors bought into partnering with them as well because we have a
Mhm.
lot of people on our board of directors that are avid animal lovers and the talent too. The wrestlers, we've been getting promos from the wrestlers being like, "Hey, this is me and my dog, this is me and my
Right.
cats." And like it just goes to show that something so close to home, like everybody has a little fur baby or, a
Mhm.
little a pet, even if it's a fish that they care about, and
Right.
we want to help make sure that animals are finding forever homes too.
For sure. And when you people come in, how long of a show can they expect?
Oh, I think we were 3 hour run time on the last
Okay.
event. So I mean that would be a benchmark.
Mhm.
And depending on how the night unfolds, who knows?
Right. For sure. And anybody that you're interested in bringing in for the future events?
Matt Cardona.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you're ready to talk to him and
we've been working on it for a while. I'd love to get
nice.
him here. I think we could showcase him really well, and I think everything he's doing in the indie scene right now is really kind of helping that wrestling revival that's happening.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I hope you guys definitely have him and anybody you'd like to see him face.
Ooh, ooh. There's a couple different options there.
Mhm.
There's a gentleman on the west coast of Canada called Kid Chocolate. I'd like
Okay.
to see him in there too. It'd be cool to see Cartwheel Jack in there. Cartwheel Jack does some pretty cool stuff.
Yes.
Um, but I mean, like the options are limitless because, like a talent like Matt Cardona, he's just so experienced. He works all the time. Like that guy
Mhm.
doesn't take a second off, and I mean, he knows the ins and outs of the industry. He can make somebody look great. He can carry a match if he needed to. There's all sorts of different options.
Oh, for sure. That would be a guaranteed sellout
Oh yeah,
for
oh yeah,
Island Pro
100%.
Wrestling.
I would buy all the tickets just to see a private match for Matt Cardona. That'd be awesome.
And then you also have something called VIP matches. Can you explain this?
Yeah, so that was super cool. This time around for our second event, we had a whole marketing plan ready to go for promoting the VIP, and it sold out before we could even put it into action. So there was people who were like, "I want that VIP because it's early access to the venue. There's event specific merchandise that comes along with that. And we also offer two VIP dark matches. So only the people who bought those VIP tickets, we're going to give them two private matches to enjoy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a little cherry on top for those people who are really supporting us. We want to make sure to let them know that hey, we're going to give you something a little special too.
And how loud was it for the last show? And how loud are you expecting it to be for this one?
Oh my god, man! Everybody started screaming at one point. Yeah, yeah, and it just kept getting louder and louder and louder. I'm expecting it to be even louder this time because we're gonna have more butts and seats, and and like everybody kind of knows that atmosphere feel now that was at the first event that we did, that they're ready to buy in on the second event right away. Like IPW Game On is going to be, it's going to be a historical event in our company for sure, if not the maritime and wrestling scene here. So
Yes, and you're pretty much one of the leaders, right, in this whole area for pro wrestling.
There's been a handful of promotions in the area. IPW was originally started back in 2021. So I mean, there's definitely promotions in Atlantic Canada that have been a long time foothold here. But we're really trying to push this online thing too, with doing Twitch and Facebook
Mhm.
and stuff. We want to build an online community and really, I, the ultimate goal for me would to see IPW becomes like WWE ID recognized.
Sure.
We want people coming to our events that are going to get the proper pop. They're going to get the proper production. Like I'm sure you've seen the videos. Like we had pyro at the last show, and we
Mhm.
had smoke geysers, and like all sorts of like fun things to. I mean, you dreamed about it as a kid, walking through the
Yes.
curtain, coming down to the ring, right? So we
Mhm.
want everybody to have that like that feeling they had when they were younger and dreaming about being a wrestler walking down to the ring.
Definitely. And you work with a lot of local wrestling schools.
Yeah, so on the first event, we teamed up with wrestling school in New Brunswick, two of them in New Brunswick and one of them in Nova Scotia. And it was really cool because we got to showcase a lot of young talent and kind of give them a little springboard boost into the industry.
Definitely. Well, that's
Yeah.
great. That's great. And is there anyone famous from not just in pro wrestling but overall from Prince Edward?
Oh, I would say not
Who's the most
necessarily
famous
from Prince
person?
Edward Island, but no class Bobby Bass.
Okay.
When I was a young kid, he was a very popular staple name in households of wrestling in Atlantic Canada, and that would be a dream match. I mean, I know he's a much older man now; he's probably well into his 70s, but it would be really cool to get him back and get him in the ring one more time or something like that.
Right. Even if he could just make an appearance.
Exactly. Come in and just like show his love and support for the company. I would be over the moon.
And when you looked at the what Twitch offered, did you see other wrestling promotions thriving on Twitch?
Not
Or
not yet, but during the pandemic with COVID there, like originally WWE was going to go over to Twitch during the
okay.
pandemic. And obviously that never happened because they got granted access in Florida to stay operational in their performance facility and stuff. But Twitch was ready to onboard WWE. So
Wow.
Twitch is prepared to take wrestling promotions. Just nobody's kind of grabbed the bull by the horns there and really gave it the efforts that you need to put into it. But I'm really going to try and push for it for sure.
Definitely. Well, we're excited for your event. If there's anything you'd like to tell the fans, go ahead. I know you
Oh
probably
man, thank you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. I get the messages, I get all the comments. Everybody that's gave the high five on the way out from the first event. I can't wait to see you at the second one. Um, and keep your eyes peeled. It's only getting better and it's only moving up. We're in the revival of wrestling right now, and we cannot wait to showcase what we have to offer to the industry.
for sure. And do you check out any American promotions and independent promotions currently? If
Yes, I
you might.
do. I've been doing a lot of homework on my downtime
Mhm.
and just been constantly searching for different promotions throughout the states that maybe we could do a talent sharing program or
Sure.
or maybe even just have some of their talent come up and see our stage. There's so many options that it's more about networking and meeting people like yourself and starting to build relationships and build an online community that we can start some of these conversations to kind of get some things rolling.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If you're interested in any of the Chicago promotions, I know them pretty well. So
You send the list to me, and I'd love to hear from them.
Yeah. You can actually check a lot of them out on IWTV Live.
Yeah,
A couple of them are on there as well, and or on
seen
YouTube.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've had some famous wrestlers from Canada come through as well as the U.S.
Okay.
and in our promotion and Chicago promotions as well. We've had Mike Speedball Bailey.
Yeah, Mike
Uh,
Speedball Bailey is also one on my list to try and get over to our promotion too.
yeah, so he's probably one of the more famous ones that are on there as well. But we've had Mark Wheeler, Wheeler,
Okay, yep, yeah,
Mark Wheeler,
Wheeler.
yeah,
Yep.
Mark Wheeler from Canada, and his girlfriend. She's also pretty famous now. I forget her name. It starts with a T. She's now in NWA.
Man, I'm so excited to see all these talents just starting
Yeah,
to move up, right? Like
yeah.
they're getting that exposure. We're as I said time and time again, we're in the revival of wrestling now. There it's like a hotbed and people are starting
Yes.
to back it all over again.
Yeah, no, it's really crazy, and it's great to see all these talents doing well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
And like I hope it continues to trend the same way because like as I said, like it's super cool right now. I get to hang out with my son and watch wrestling, but who knows?
yeah,
Maybe some days like, Dad, that's lame, or something, right? So
yeah,
I'm gonna enjoy every step of the way.
for sure. Well, Justin, I appreciate you being on the PW Report again. If there's anything you'd like to plug, go ahead.
I mean, guys, go follow our social media accounts. We're daily keeping everybody updated on there, releasing content. We're trying to showcase everybody the best way possible. Follow us on the social medias. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Reddit, we're on YouTube. It's all at Island Pro Wrestling. You can get tickets for live events on our website, islandprowrestling.com. But I hope everybody joins our Twitch channel and streams it June 7th as we kick off the first round of the new era heavyweight championship search.
Nice. Well, I appreciate it, and good luck with that. And I appreciate you, Justin, being on the PW Report. And
Thanks again, Sean. I
no
appreciate you
problem.
too, buddy.
Thanks for reaching out, and everybody check it out. If you're not even in that area or in Canada, you can check it out on Twitch. I'll make sure to
Eh,
check it out as well.
Yeah,
It'll be
man. Get into
awesome.
the chat. I want to hear what you think about it, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. I will do. I appreciate you again, Justin. And I have to just give us the start time, if you will, for like what would the start time for Central Standard Time be?
So our VIP matches will start at 4:30 Atlantic time.
Okay.
So the main event will start at 6 p.m. Atlantic time.
Okay, and that's 5 p.m. Central Time, I believe,
That
right?
would be 5 p.m. Central time. Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I just wanted to give a heads up to the local fans that want to check out your product as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate the plug, man.
Anytime, and I appreciate you being on the PWE report. If there's anyone you'd like to thank, go ahead.
Man, I'd like to thank everybody who's ever even took a gander on giving a risk and supporting us. It's people like yourself for taking the time to link up with us and share our message and try and build that online community. I can't say thank you enough to you guys.
Yes, no problem. My pleasure for being on the show. And the female wrestler I was talking about was Taylor Rising.
Taylor Rising.
Yes.
Yes.
She's also come to
TNA.
the U.S. as well. She's come to
Yeah.
Chicago. So yeah, I appreciate you again for being on the PW report, and best of luck.
Thanks again, Sean.
Anytime. Take care.